Welcome to the Forts Official Tournament 18. Alexc versus LancenShield.
Welcome back, Forts fans, to game number 2 of the Forts Official Tournament 18 replay commentary here on SynergyGamingTV. Let's introduce our players. On the left-hand side, playing Pinch Fist, it's Alexc, the champion from the Forts Official Tournament 17 that was held about a month ago. His opponent, also a competitor in that tournament, playing Shock and Awe, it's LancenShield. Whew, this is going to be a barn burner. This one, I am very much excited. Let's just see what these guys are doing. We have the Incursus turbines here in the front. You can see LancenShield, though, deciding to build downwards. We've got Workshop coming from LancenShield and no technology yet from Alexc, deciding to go on that expansion here. Boom, there it is. Armory placed down. Going for that expansion, grabbing that mine here right off the bat. He's done it without creating a node, which is a very, very good way to do it. A rope node, although more structurally sound, does cost quite a bit of resources. I believe it's 60 metal, 6,000 energy, if I'm not mistaken, for a rope node on here right now. Upgrade center. So we're looking like, are we going to see rockets? Rocket shotguns here is a possibility. What do we got coming out of LancenShield over here? Dropping down those additional storages here right away. You can see he's going to start making his way for his expansion as well. I think, though, this is a little bit too low. He's going to have to make this a square, then a triangle, and then a node. I think this is too low for him to get that angle that is required in order to do that. You can see here that LancenShield up top is spending a lot of his resources. Alexc saving a little bit of that energy. Not really saving, but he doesn't really have anything to use. I think these additional turbines, though, are a bit of a mistake. That's a lot of extra, like, even if he's going to sell these to move them, I just think now is not the time. He might have a better build, in my opinion, but he hasn't opened this up yet either. I think he's forgotten that. And we've got laser technology coming out of LancenShield here. He's doing it on 3 mines, hasn't quite expanded yet. He did manage to fill this into a box, though, like we said, so he might try and do some kind of long strut jank over here to try and make it there, but you can see there, he is selling, no, he's keeping the one Incursus turbine, has sold off another one here, going for a rocket rush, though. We've got flat cannon and 2 EMPs built down here right now. This should be a very, very clear indication that Alexc is going for rockets. We've talked a little bit about this in some of the videos. When you're seeing these early sized boxes right off the bat, it's a very good indicator you're going to see rockets or shotguns. As compared to if you saw these boxes a little bit later, then you could maybe expect, well, they'd have to be a little larger, but if you saw these boxes a little bit later, you'd probably expect things like cannons or 20 mils. LancenShield go for that quick expansion down below. Seeing what exactly is happening down here. So he understands that there is rocket shotgun coming his way. So he makes himself a little bit of pocket here for his Garys to hang out a little bit down below. And this is going to give them an upward trajectory to hit those rockets when they come flying his way. Now, this is very interesting to see here. You can see that Alexc, rather than rushing out the launchers right away, decided to go for the technology. So he went for Armory, Upgrade Center, into placing down the weapons, and then instant upgrades right away. I personally think that's a little bit better than trying to fire off some EMPs. Then your opponent knows exactly what you're doing. Oh, here we go. I'd like to see this. This is a great reason that Shock and I was picked on this one specifically. He's going to use the barrel down here, and that's going to give him basically a free connection to the island. If Alexc decides to go for the buzzsaw to go buzz, 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 and come across here and cut this down, he's still going to have access to this island. This is actually really, really clever here. Alexc aiming downwards here at LancenShield's extension here, the droop snoop, so to speak, and it's not going to make a difference because he's got a barrel hidden there. Now, I don't think Alexc at this specific moment knows that LancenShield is Shock and Awe, but he will be able to see that as soon as the ability is activated and his turbines are disabled. That's going to be pretty huge because it's going to hit all 3, I believe. I think it's only after 6. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below, but I believe that if it's after 6 turbines, then it will skip like one and then another one. I can't remember how often it alternates, but I think it'll shut down all up to 6 right away and then skip every other one after that. I think. Again, correct me if I'm wrong. It could just do it to all of them and then skip every one anyway. I can't quite remember. You guys can let me know in the chat. We'll see it too when he activates the ability. Lots of Swiss cheese here in LancenShield's baits. Got it, doing a bit of a tactical repair there. You see, he only clipped this side of what's happening. He's got a fire beam coming down. This is very common with Shock and Awe. It's actually far more common to see lasers come out of Shock and Awe than it is for 20 mils. because obviously the shotgun ability upgrades the 20s into cannons during its active, and then fire beams into plasma during their active as well. So LancenShield, though, still not expanding his economy. He's still running on three mines. Now, this is actually really good for Alexc here at the moment because he's going to be able to do a lot of damage, or not even a lot. It doesn't have to be much on 3-mine economy. It's just not enough to sustain constant damage like that. LancenShield is going to need to invest in some metal, some metal economy here very, very, very soon if he's going to try and tank more of this splash damage coming from these rockets. Alexc, there he goes. So we've activated the ability. Shocking plasma right to the meat and potatoes of Alexc's base. He probably just crapped himself a little bit there, realizing that holy moly, activates the ability, then hit with a plasma. That's a really good indicator. Shocking I did want to say this was I knew this was going to happen. The location of the barrel wasn't going to work if it got cut off early. I was hoping that LancenShield would have caught on to that and realized that he actually had to disconnect it. He couldn't leave it connected in that regard. I know he didn't want to give away the fact that he was shocking right off the bat, but I knew that when if it broke up tall, it was gonna pull down and break, and then that barrel was gonna touch. So here we go. This is not looking good for LancenShield at the moment. Buzzsaw's coming in here doing some serious damage to LancenShield's base here. He's got some holes, a couple windows. Things are coming. Rockets are going to come across here. Alexc deciding to look like he clipped some of his rockets there. I'm not totally sure. But looking like he was baiting out some of the shots here. Now, if he did that, he would want to fire one volley, then shotgun, then fire the other volley. He did them together. It's just a little bit more APM the other way, but it does allow a higher possibility of 2 of your rockets to make contact with the enemy base. Alexc here, though, still not expanding on his economy. He's staying on 4 mines as well. Buzzsaw is being rebuilt and added in again. We've got dual snipers in the front. Now, this is not, in my honest opinion, knowing that your opponent is going at least plasmas, in this specific case, adding in space in front of your core like this, plasma right through here, there's a very good chance that it could touch the core. Hard to say. But there is a possibility. There we go. So now we're seeing Alexc here. Actually, I thought he fired them separately. He didn't. Just the door was repairing on one of them. But that is the right choice there. You want to fire one rocket, then shotgun, then fire your other rockets together after you've taken out some of the Garys that are holding down the fort. Buzzsaw's coming in up top here, looking like LancenShield not having any metal up there right now. And Alexc really taking advantage of those buzzsaws here right now, applying a lot of pressure to LancenShield. The Garys, excuse me, the Garys in LancenShield's department here took out a couple of those shots, but the shotgun from Alexc manages to take out one of the Garys. Buzzsaw comes through here again. Unfortunately, LancenShield was focused too much on trying to get the Garys down instead of the barrel. And that's going to make it very difficult for him to maintain connection on that. Firebeam coming in here doing some damage, losing one of the snipers here. Rocket volley coming from Alexc backwards, looking good. Swiss cheese, holes in windows in LancenShield's base. And we have a lull. Buzzsaw being rebuilt. Sniper being rebuilt here by Alexc. Alexc also expanding, getting another one of his mines right there. Firebeam, unfortunately, does not work. Oh, LancenShield just having a brutal game here right now. It would have been nice to see him take a little bit more of a normal approach to this rather than trying to build downwards for this expansion so quickly. To see him expand backwards, grab the economy that he needs, I think honestly in this specific matchup would have been a little bit better. He could have actually broken this off if he wanted to and then just use the barrel here, but this needs to be he needs to place the barrel down now and disconnect this crap like ASAP. Stop leaving it connected because it's causing him problems. This barrel is gonna fall down and make contact. There we go. We're good. Stop connecting it now and just leave it. That's what I would do. Buzzsaws from Alexc. Lots of pressure here right now. We did miss something right there. We did lose a rocket. EMP's been rebuilt. Shotgun still putting in some serious work. Alexc up to his 5th mine now. Added additional turbines here. LancenShield's going to be in a bad way. If he doesn't hurry up and get some economy here right now, this is not going to work out. We're up to the 9-minute mark here in the match. LancenShield has absolutely nothing. He's tanking like a full boss at the moment, and we're not seeing anything out of him. This is one of those situations where if you don't expand your economy behind getting one of your weapons, then you end up in this situation. Very important to expand economy. That meta has changed, not recently, but in the last little while, maybe in the last 6 months to 8 months, that moving into a little bit more economic stability is a lot more favored than going for rushes and just staying on a 3-mine economy. This is where you're going to see Alexc really start to dominate, as LancenShield has nothing to be able to return and start, you know, afflicting and affecting Alexc's economy in this situation. LancenShield's just going to have to sit here and tank like a boss, and this is going to be one of those situations. He really needs to get up to 300 metal and drop down another mine. He should probably take advantage of this here right now. I'd like to see him use that. Get a mine down. He is 40 metal, 30 metal, 20 metal, 10 metal away. He should drop it down right now and get that building. In my opinion, that would be his first chance here. Getting that down. He decides to go for a weapon instead. So he's going to stay on the 3-mine economy. I really don't believe that's the right choice here. But we'll see if LancenShield's able to pull it off. And Alexc still applying a lot of pressure with those buzzsaws. Actually doing really well with those right now. Keep in mind though, 200 metal, 2,000 energy. Not that LancenShield, not that Alexc can't afford that at the moment. You can see here moving into his sixth mine. LancenShield still trying to survive on 3 mines. I don't know if this was the right play. I think getting that other mine down first and then saving up to try and get a fire beam would have been the better choice. But he is sitting at 100% charge. So is Alexc here in this specific moment. He is rocking out that pinch fist, and he loses everything there. Everything is on fire. This is not looking good for LancenShield. Not at all, actually. Situations. Yeah, see, it's really difficult when pinch fist gets this lead. Unless you can actually do damage to his weapons, you need to try and get some economy yourself, in my opinion. I mean, we talked a lot about in the last tournament that if you can take away pinch fist weapons, he's basically toast because his comeback mechanic is basically non-existent. However, the comeback mechanic between Shockanaw and pinch fist is very similar. Shockanaw essentially doubles the damage, so to speak, by turning the lower tier 2 weapons into higher tier 2 weapons, and then increasing your damage. Pinch fist does the same thing by allowing you to do half-cost firing, which means a larger volume of damage coming out of the base. Very similar tactics in this regard. And we're in a lull. LancenShield just hanging on. Again, that 3-mine economy is not the right choice, especially when you're up against a pinch fist. Of course, they don't know that, but it's definitely not the situation, especially when you're coming up against rockets. You know, I'd like to follow that up with economy, and then you can use fire beams to take those out, especially in this situation. Buzzsaws are really taking away some of that chonk, though, from LancenShield. You can see here, he's still having a hard time. Look at the resource gain up top here. Alexc's versus LancenShield's. It literally is twice the speed here right now. And we got a boost of resources. He needs to drop down a mine. No, again, going for a weapon. There's literally no point. He has no resources to tank this whole thing out. Well, we'll see exactly. LancenShield, I mean, all he needs to do is, you know, fire beam right in here, hit that battery, do some serious damage there. You can see, look at the Alexc just continuing to spend his resources, gets that munitions plant. I didn't even see that. Munitions plant finished there. And now we're starting to drop down some bigger weapons. This is basically going to be GG here for LancenShield. This is just not going to be a viable solution. Three mine economy is just not enough. You basically start on that. If you get your weapons down, you need to expand after that. A little bit disappointing here. Alexc using those buzzsaws, applying a lot of pressure to your LancenShield. But it's just not going to be viable here. It's only a matter of time now before this game ends. And Alexc should be our victor here. And not even a sniper to try and take out the buzzsaws. I'm just letting them hit his base. I don't know if sniper's the right choice here, though, either. Hard to say in this situation. But LancenShield absolutely tapped out on resources here. And he's going for the direct kill here rather than trying to take out some of the weapons. Again, I firmly believe that's the wrong choice. It should have been attacked down here at the weapons. Now we know this pinch fist is useless without weapons, as is every other commander, but he's even more useless. And now because this connection's not made here, had he had mines down here, he'd at least have 2 mines to go. We are in the last minute of play here right now. LancenShield might be able to hang on here a little bit. See what's happening at LancenShield. Again, no resources. Barely hanging on here. Alexc just pumping away that metal. Lots of damage here right now. Cannon's going to finish up. And again, going for the core instead of trying to take out the weapons. Not sure that's the right play. Not sure that's the right play. Smoke launcher coming in here to do a little bit of damage. Not damage. Like smoke does damage. Come on, Synergy. Lull in the gameplay. Buzzsaw. Alexc. Oh, man, I even missed that. We even missed, lost a mine there. Countdown here. LancenShield is going to survive. Unfortunately, not going to be enough here. Alexc will take this match. GG. Very well played on Alexc's part. Again, LancenShield just not getting those resources. That's a huge mistake in this meta currently right now in the game. You know, if you want to use 3 mines to get some weapons out, great, but you have to follow up with mines right after that or you run into this situation. There's just not enough resources to keep up the repairs, and this was evidence of that. Forts fans, that was Alexc versus LancenShield. Pinch Fist versus Shock and Awe.